We've all been there. You wake up feeling lean, maybe even abs popping, ready for the day, but by 2 p.m., you're unbuttoning that top button under your desk. You feel heavy, tight, and honestly, you look like you're hiding a basketball under your shirt. It's the food baby that never grows up. It just sits there. Here's the frustrating part. You might be eating healthy. You're skipping the junk, you're hitting the gym, but the bloat won't budge. Is it gluten? Is it dairy? Is it just you?
Today, we're diving into the latest science to uncover exactly why your stomach acts like a balloon, and it's rarely what you think it is.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I spend my time digging through medical journals and physiology papers, so you don't have to. We break down complex health topics into stuff you can actually use. Today, we're fixing your gut. We're going to look at the mechanical and chemical reasons for chronic bloating, from the invisible air you're eating to the surprising healthy foods that might be sabotaging you. Just a quick reminder before we dive in, I am a passionate researcher, not a doctor. This video is for educational purposes and shouldn't replace professional medical advice. If you have chronic pain or sudden changes in your digestion, please chat with your healthcare provider. Let's start with the most common yet overlooked cause. It's not what you're eating, it's how you're eating. In the medical world, this is called aerophagia. In plain English, you are literally eating air. Think of your stomach like a fuel tank. When you rush through lunch because you only have a 30-minute break or you're eating while driving on the freeway, you aren't just swallowing food. You are gulping down massive amounts of oxygen and nitrogen. It's like blowing up a balloon inside your stomach while trying to stuff a burger in there at the same time. And here is the kicker. Digestion starts in the mouth. If you don't chew enough, your stomach has to work overtime to break down those massive chunks. This delay allows bacteria to start fermenting the food while it sits there, creating, you guessed it, more gas. Do me a favor, type "slow down" in the comments if you're guilty of inhaling your lunch in under 5 minutes. I want to see how many of us are speed eaters. Next up, let's talk about the American diet silent killer, sodium. According to the CDC, the average American consumes over 3,400 milligrams of sodium a day. That is way over the recommended limit. You might think, I don't salt my food, but sodium is sneaky. It's hiding in bread, deli meats, and even your healthy salad dressing. Biology 101 teaches us that water follows salt. When you have too much sodium in your system, your body panics and holds on to every drop of water it can find to dilute that salt. This isn't gas, this is water retention. It feels heavy and slushy. It's the difference between your stomach feeling hard like a drum versus feeling puffy like a waterbed. If you wake up with a puffy face and a bloated belly after a pizza night, that's the sodium sponge effect in action. Fun fact, potassium is the anti-bloat mineral. Foods like bananas and avocados help flush that extra sodium out. It's like wringing out the sponge. This next one is gonna hurt some feelings. Sometimes the bloat comes from the healthiest things on your plate. This introduces us to a funny acronym with a big impact, FODMAPs. That's a mouthful, right? But the key word there is fermentable. These are specific carbohydrates found in things like broccoli, onions, garlic, apples, and wheat that your small intestine struggles to absorb. Imagine your gut bacteria are guests at a house party. When you feed them FODMAPs, it's like giving them an unlimited supply of energy drinks. They go crazy. They feast on these carbs, and the byproduct of that feast is gas, hydrogen, and methane. So you're eating a big bowl of lentil soup with garlic bread, thinking you're being healthy, but your stomach is basically inflating a methane balloon. If you always bloat after veggies, this is likely your culprit. We are halfway through the list. If you're suddenly realizing that your healthy lunch might be the villain, hit that like button. It helps the YouTube algorithm show this video to other people struggling with the bloat. And hey, if you want a full guide on low FODMAP foods, let me know in the comments. Now let's talk about something that isn't food at all, stress. In the US, we live in a fight or flight culture. High pressure, deadlines, 24/7 news. Your brain and your gut are connected by a superhighway called the vagus nerve. When you're stressed, your body thinks you're running from a bear. And if you're running from a bear, your body doesn't care about digesting your breakfast. It shuts down blood flow to your stomach to power your legs. This is called the gut-brain axis. When that digestion conveyor belt stops because of stress, food sits there. It ferments. It creates pressure. You aren't fat. You're just in survival mode. You cannot digest food properly if your body thinks it's in danger.
Finally, we have to talk about the traffic jam, constipation. And no, you don't have to be unable to go for days to be constipated. You can be regular, but still be backed up. Ideally, when you eat a meal, it triggers a wave that pushes waste out. But if that highway is backed up, maybe from dehydration, lack of fiber, or ignoring the urge to go, the new food has nowhere to go. This backup causes the stomach to distend to make room. It's simple physics. If the exit is blocked, the entrance gets crowded. In America, where fiber intake is notoriously low, this silent constipation is a huge cause of that permanent distended belly look.
And actually, while we are on the topic of the traffic jam, here's a wild fun fact that most people ignore. It might not be your diet, it might be your toilet. Biologically, humans are designed to squat, but modern Western toilets force us to sit at a 90-degree angle. This actually creates a literal kink in your lower intestine to stop you from going at inappropriate times. It's a safety valve. Think of a garden hose with water flowing through it. If you bend it in half, the water stops, right? When you sit normally, you are bending the hose. You have to strain to push past that kink, and often you don't get everything out. That leftover waste, it ferments and bloats you up. So the hack? Get a small footstool to elevate your feet while you're on the throne. It straightens the hose. It sounds weird, but thousands of people swear their bloat vanished just by changing their angle. So let's recap why you might be winning the battle against fat, but losing the war against bloat. You're an airhead, eating too fast and swallowing air like a gas bump. The sodium sponge. Your salty diet is making you hold on to water weight. FODMAPs. Those healthy veggies might be fermenting like a brewery in your gut. Stress mode. Your brain is telling your gut to shut down digestion. The traffic jam. A little bit of backup downstream causes a lot of pressure upstream. Here is the good news. You can fix this. Try chewing your food until it's liquid. Swap that high-sodium lunch for something fresh, and maybe take 5 deep breaths before you eat to switch off that stress response. If you learned something new today, consider subscribing. I'm working on a video about the exact morning routine to de-bloat in 24 hours, and you don't want to miss that. Thanks for watching. Take care of your gut, and I'll see you in the next one.